All right. Hello again. I'm still Ray. I'm still the editor. You know how it is. Anyway, I had a friend. I'll leave him unnamed because I don't know if he's changed his lifestyle, if he wants to be talking about this. So I'll leave him out of it. Um, his name was John Smith. No, I'm kidding. So my friend, we'll call him John. That was his name. We'll call him John. So John and I got pretty close. He was I want to say a junior when I was a freshman. So this is my sophomore year, his senior year. He didn't give a fuck. Like, he didn't care at all. Senior year, he didn't give a shit. He already knows the job he's going to do. Nothing matters. We're in band together. We're in percussion, the drums, and all that. And so we're practicing one day, and he comes in a little late. And I was like, oh, he's probably just in the bathroom for a little while. Not a big deal. Well, he walks in, and he just kind of walks in, and he's just kind of looking around and kind of seeing what's going on and just kind of vibing and just kind of feeling himself. And he walks up, and at this point, like, he's just been walking this whole time, so he just, oh, and I'm right here because I just didn't move. I just watched him. He just walks and goes, oh, hi. I was like, hey. It's like, yeah, and just walks away. Now I knew that he did some drug stuff like that. I never really have, but like I knew he was doing stuff. Whatever he did that day, it it looked like a good time. I'll just say that. So he's sitting there and he's just like just oh, everything's magical, you know. And they start playing music, and like the clarinets make a very loud note. Like I'll go like, you know, like dude, and he's like and just starts laughing, and so we're sitting there, and he has to play the cymbals, and so he's holding the cymbals like this, and he's just kind of like, can't really show it, but he's kind of like waddling like a penguin and just doing this and just going around in a circle, and just all the way around. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they're gonna know. So our main conductor, he was up at the front conducting the whole class. We had a assistant one that actually did most of the junior high, so we all knew her. But she comes and she's sitting with us and just kind of hanging out. She leans over to me and she's like, "Hey, is John high?" And I went, "I cannot confirm or deny that." And she looks at him and he just kind of goes, starts playing with his tongue, and she's like, "Okay, he's pretty much confirmed it." She goes, "I'm pretty sure that's like LSD or ecstasy or something like that." And I was like, "I don't know. I'm not gonna say one way or the other." And she was a really cool teacher. She didn't give a fuck. So she looks at him, and for her it's like plausible deniability at that point. And she's just like, "Oh, maybe he's just being weird. Who cares?" But she looks, and he's just like, "Hi," and she goes, "Hi." He's like, "Yeah," and turns back, and it was the whole hour. I had another class with him in seventh period, so the very end of the day. And I walk in, and as soon as I walk in, he's already in the classroom, and he's just asleep on the desk, just passed out. And I walk over to him, and he has a little note there that says, Raiden, when you get here, please get me water and help me. And I was like, oh, God, here we go. And so I turned to the teacher because he knew both of us, and I was like, what happened? He was like, well, he came in right after fifth period, which is right after band. He was like, he came in right after that during lunch and just fell asleep at that desk, and I told my other classes not to mess with him. I was like, oh, my God. So I wake him up, give him some water, and like I don't really know how any of that works coming down or whatever, but he just like, I think he started having a bad trip at that point, but next day he was fine. I don't think he remembered most of it, but it's just one of the most obvious cases I've seen of just tripping. Like in high school too, he's just tripping.